My sister-in-law handed me a sealed envelope 2 hours before she died. "I'm sorry, David," she whispered. "I should have told you 5 years ago that Noah isn't yours." The fluorescent hospital lights buzzed above us. Her words hung in the stale air between the beeping machines and my shattered world. When someone carries a secret to their deathbed, does the truth die with them, or does it finally set you free? I'm standing in front of 23 second graders when my phone vibrates. Third time in 2 minutes. I ignore it. We're in the middle of a lesson about honesty, about how telling the truth matters even when it's hard. The irony doesn't hit me until later. Principal Dawson appears in my classroom doorway. His face tells me everything before his mouth opens. "David, you need to take this call." The kids go quiet. I follow him into the hallway. My hands are already shaking. "It's the hospital," he says. "It's Jennifer." I knew this was coming. We all did. Stage 4 doesn't leave much room for miracles, but knowing someone's dying and getting the call are two completely different universes. "How long?" I ask. They said hours, maybe less. He pauses. "David, she's asking for you. Just you, alone." That last word echoes. Alone. I'm in my car before I remember to breathe. The drive to County General takes 12 minutes. I make it in 8. Lauren texts me halfway there. "On my way, stuck in traffic, be there soon." Jennifer doesn't have soon. The oncology ward smells like industrial cleaner, trying to mask something sweeter, something final. Room 347. The nurse outside gives me a look I'll spend the rest of my life trying to forget. Pity mixed with something else. Knowledge, maybe. Like she knows what's in that envelope before I do. Jennifer's skin has that translucent quality you see in old photographs. 32 years old and she looks like paper. The IV pole stands guard beside her bed, pumping morphine into veins that barely work anymore. Her hospital bracelet hangs loose on her wrist. She's lost so much weight it slides up and down her forearm when she moves. "David," her voice is gravel and honey. "Close the door." I do. "Lock it." I hesitate. She sees it. "Please, I don't have time to argue." The lock clicks. We're alone. The machines beep steadily. Heart rate, oxygen, all the numbers that tell us she's still here but not for long. She reaches under her pillow with trembling fingers. The manila envelope is letter-sized, sealed with tape, my name written across the front in her handwriting. The ink is shaky but deliberate. This took effort. This took planning. "I need you to promise me something," she says. "Don't open this until you're alone. Really alone. Not in your car in the parking lot. Not in your office. Home, behind a locked door. Do you understand?" "Jennifer, what?" "Promise me." Her grip on the envelope is surprisingly strong for someone this close to the edge. "Promise me, David." "I promise." She relaxes. The envelope passes from her hands to mine. It weighs almost nothing. Inside are things that weigh everything. "I've been a coward," she whispers, "for so long, but I'm brave enough now, brave enough to give you what you deserve." Her eyes fill. "The truth." A nurse knocks. Shift change. Medication adjustment. The ritual interruptions of dying. "You need to leave," Jennifer says, louder now for the nurse's benefit. "Before Lauren gets here." "I don't understand." "You will." She touches my hand. Her fingers are ice. "Don't open it until you're alone." "And David?" She's crying now, silent tears cutting tracks down her hollow cheeks. "Forgive me. I should have been braver." The nurse comes in. I'm ushered out. The envelope burns in my hands. Lauren's text arrives as I reach the parking lot. "Traffic cleared. Be there in 5. "Wait for me?" I get in my car, lock the doors, stare at the envelope with my name on it. I don't wait. The first piece of tape rips like a scream. Inside, a stack of papers, handwritten, folded around a small USB drive. 13 pages, both sides, front and back. The handwriting shifts. Steady at first, then shaky, then desperate. Coffee stains mark page 4 like teardrops. The paper feels textured, expensive, like she bought it specifically for this, like she knew this letter would be the most important thing she ever wrote. I unfold the pages. The first line hits me in the chest. Dear David, I've been a coward for 825 days. Every time I saw Noah call you daddy, I died inside. My vision tunnels. The steering wheel becomes the only solid thing in the universe. I'm writing this because I'm dying, and this secret is killing me faster than the cancer. You deserve to know 5 years ago. Noah deserves to know. But I was weak, and Lauren was persuasive, and I told myself that your happiness mattered more than the truth. The words blur. I force myself to keep reading. Lauren didn't go on a girls' trip 5 years ago. There was no beach weekend with college friends. There was no spa resort in Monterey. My hands start shaking. She went to Sedona with Marcus Webb, and I went with them. The parking lot spins. Marcus Webb. I know that name. We went to community college together, lost touch after graduation. He runs a tech company now, CEO, married, 2 kids. I saw him at a charity fundraiser 2 years ago. He and Lauren barely spoke, or so I thought. I flip to page 3. My fingers leave sweat marks on the paper. I watch them, David. I watch my sister lie to your face, pack her bags, kiss you goodbye, and drive to the airport to meet another man. I watched her check into a luxury suite at the Enchantment Resort under his name. I watched her spend 4 days in his bed while you texted her goodnight and sent photos of your empty house, telling her how much you missed her. The coffee stain on page 4 is right next to a sentence I have to read 3 times. I was there when she took the pregnancy test, the first one, the one she never told you about. We were still in Sedona. It was positive. She smiled, David. She looked at that little plus sign and she smiled. I can't breathe. She knew there was a chance it wasn't yours. She knew it might be his, and she didn't care because you were safe. You were stable. You were the one who would stay. Something breaks inside my chest. Not my heart. That's too simple. It's the foundation. The thing I built my life on. The bedrock that held everything up. I should have told you the day she came home. I should have pulled you aside at the baby shower. I should have spoken up at the hospital when Noah was born and you cried, holding him for the first time. But I didn't. I chose her. I chose my sister over you, and I will carry that shame wherever souls go next. Page 5. My hands are shaking so hard I almost dropped the letter. This USB drive contains 48 audio recordings. I've spent the last 47 days documenting everything I remember, everything I saw, everything Lauren told me in confidence, thinking the secret would die when I did. I've also included 17 photographs I took during that trip. Lauren doesn't know they exist. She never suspected I was taking evidence. She thought I was her accomplice. I was her witness. A car pulls into the spot next to mine. A couple gets out, argues about parking validation, walks toward the hospital entrance. Their problems are so small, so fixable. Page 8 has a timeline. I've matched the dates to Lauren's fertility window. Noah was conceived in Sedona, not at home, not with you. The math doesn't lie, David. I checked it 17 times. I flip ahead. Find the timeline. There it is. Handwritten on graph paper, 3 columns, trip dates, conception window, Noah's birthday, and underneath in red ink, June 13th, 2019. Ovulation confirmed by Lauren's period tracker app, screenshot on USB. Noah born March 8th, 2020. Gestation, 38 weeks, 2 days. Conception date, June 14th, 2019, 1 day after arrival in Sedona. Below that, another note, David's blood type, O, Lauren's blood type, B, Noah's blood type, A, genetic impossibility. Noah requires a type A father. The science is clear. The dates are clear. The only thing unclear is how I'm still breathing. Lauren texted me the day she got home. I remember it word for word. Honey, I missed you so much. Can we try for a baby? I'm ready. We didn't try. We didn't need to. 4 weeks later, she handed me a pregnancy test with that little plus sign and squealed, "We're going to be parents." I cried. I bought champagne. I called my mother. I was so happy. If you're reading this, I'm already gone. I don't get to see your face when the truth hits. I don't get to beg for forgiveness in person. But David, you need to know, I loved you like a brother. I watched Lauren destroy that, and I said nothing. I chose wrong, and now I'm choosing right, even if it's 5 years too late. The last page is shorter, messier, like she wrote it in a hurry. The USB has everything, recordings, photos, a detailed written account. I had it notarized. My doctor witnessed my signature and confirmed I was of sound mind. It will hold up in court if you need it to. Use it. Don't use it. Burn it. Keep it. The choice is yours now. I've given you what Lauren stole, the truth. What you do with it is up to you. And then at the bottom, one final line. Some secrets die with us, but this one deserves to live because you deserve to live free. I'm sorry, David. I'm so sorry. Jennifer. I sit in the parking lot for 20 minutes, maybe 30. Time stops meaning anything. The envelope rests on the passenger seat. The USB drive sits in my palm like a bullet. My phone rings. Lauren. David, where are you? I'm in the lobby. Jennifer's asking for me now. She was there. She watched it happen. I start the engine. Drive home on autopilot. Lauren calls 3 more times. I don't answer. The envelope goes into the toolbox in the garage behind the paint cans and the broken weed trimmer. The USB goes into my pocket. When Lauren gets home 2 hours later, I'm sitting at the kitchen table. Noah colors at my feet. Dinosaurs, his current obsession. He's singing the alphabet song, mixing up L and M like he always does. David, you left. Lauren's voice has an edge. Jennifer wanted both of us there. She's barely conscious now. They're saying tonight, maybe tomorrow morning at the latest. I needed air, I say. My voice sounds normal. I don't know how that's possible. She studies my face. Are you okay? Just sad about Jennifer. Noah looks up. Mommy, Aunt Jennifer went to heaven? Lauren crouches down, smooths his hair. Soon, baby, very soon. Will she see Grandpa there? Maybe. Noah goes back to coloring. Lauren stands, kisses the top of my head. Her lips on my skin feel like a lie. I'm going to make dinner, she says. You just sit, rest. It's been a hard day. She moves around the kitchen, pulls out cutting boards, chops vegetables, hums under her breath. Every sound is amplified. Every movement is theater. I watch her, really watch her, and I realize I don't know this person. Maybe I never did. That night, after Noah's in bed, after Lauren's asleep beside me, breathing steady and soft, I go to the garage. Lock the door, open my laptop, plug in the USB drive, 48 audio files, each one labeled with a date and a number. I click the first one. Jennifer's voice fills the garage. Stronger than I heard in the hospital. This was recorded weeks ago, maybe the day she was admitted. File 1. David, if you're listening to this, it means I'm gone, and it means you've read the letter. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I need to tell you everything from the beginning in my own voice. I need you to hear me say it. Because written words can be dismissed. Voices can't. She coughs. The hospital bed motor whirs in the background. 5 years ago, Lauren told me she was planning a trip. A girls' trip, she said. Just us. Monterey. Beach. Spa. Relaxation. She needed a break from wedding planning stress. Yours and hers. She was so excited. I thought it would be fun. Sister time. But 2 days before we left, she told me the truth. It wasn't a girls' trip. Marcus was coming. They'd been talking for months. Texting. Calling. She said she needed to know, one last time before she fully committed to you, if she and Marcus could have worked. My chest tightens. I told her it was a terrible idea. I told her you deserved better. She cried. She said she loved you, but Marcus was unfinished business. She promised it was just closure. One weekend, then she'd come home and marry you and never look back. She begged me to come with her as insurance, she said, so it wouldn't look suspicious. So you'd believe the girl's trip story. Jennifer's voice cracks. I should have said no. I should have told you right then. But she's my sister, David, my big sister. She raised me after Mom died. I owed her everything, so I said yes. I packed my bags, I lied to your face, and I got on that plane. The file ends. I click file 2, then 3, then 4. By file 12, I'm shaking. By file 23, I understand. File 23 is different. The audio quality is worse, muffled, like Jennifer was hiding her phone. I'm recording this secretly. Lauren doesn't know. We're at the resort, day 3. I heard her on the phone in the bathroom. She left the door cracked. She was talking to Marcus. David, I'm going to play what I remember. I'm going to say it exactly as I heard it. A pause. Then Jennifer's voice, pitched higher, imitating Lauren. Don't worry, he'll never suspect. David trusts me completely. He's safe, you know. He's the kind of guy who believes what you tell him. Marcus, this has been perfect. I needed this. I needed you. But we both know this isn't real life. You're married. I'm marrying David. This is just closure, right? Just closure. The recording continues. Lauren laughs at something Marcus says. Then, if anything happens, if I get pregnant or something, David won't question it. We've been trying, sort of. He wants kids so badly. He'd be thrilled. The file ends. I sit in the garage until 3 a.m. listening to Jennifer's voice document my wife's betrayal in 48 separate pieces. The last file, number 48, was recorded yesterday, 6 hours before she died. Her voice is barely a whisper. David, file 12 has the proof, the photos. I took them secretly. I'm sorry I didn't give them to you sooner. I was scared. Scared of Lauren. Scared of destroying the family. Scared of hurting Noah. But dying clarifies things. Noah deserves a father who knows the truth. You deserve a life built on honesty, not lies. Use this information however you see fit. Burn it. Hide it. Take it to court. The choice is yours. I'm just the messenger now. The coward who finally found courage. I hope you can forgive me someday. I hope... She coughs. The recording cuts off. There's a folder labeled Photos. I click it. 17 images load. Photo 1, Lauren and Marcus at the resort pool. Her head on his shoulder, his arm around her waist. The timestamp reads June 13th of 2019, 2:47 p.m. Photo 5, Lauren and Marcus kissing in front of a sunset. Red rocks in the background. June 14th, 2019, 7:23 p.m. Photo 9, through a hotel window. A nightstand, a key card for room 412, and a gold wedding band, Marcus's. The engraving is visible if you zoom in, M&A forever. Photo 17 stops my heart. Lauren in a sundress, turquoise fabric. Her hand rests on her flat stomach. Marcus's arm around her waist, both of them smiling. The timestamp, June 14th, 2019, 3:47 p.m. The afternoon she conceived my son, except he's not my son. I zoom in on the photo, on Lauren's face. She looks happy, radiant, in love. She looks nothing like the woman who came home and told me she missed me. In the reflection of the hotel window behind them, barely visible, I can see Jennifer. She's holding up her phone, taking the picture. Her face is stricken. She was there. She watched it happen, and she carried that weight for 125 days. I close the laptop, unplug the USB, hold it in my fist, like evidence, like ammunition. If you've ever discovered a lie that rewrote your entire past, a truth so big it erased the person you thought you were and replaced them with someone you don't recognize, leave a comment below. I know that feeling. You're not alone in this. The garage smells like motor oil and sawdust. Normal things. Safe things. My hands won't stop shaking. Lauren doesn't know I know. She's asleep upstairs in our bed, dreaming whatever cheaters dream. Noah's asleep down the hall, clutching his dinosaur, calling me daddy in his sleep. I have a choice to make. Jennifer gave me a weapon, a loaded gun made of truth and evidence and a dead woman's testimony. The question is, what do I do with it? I call in sick Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. By Thursday, Principal Dawson stops asking questions. Take the time you need, he says. We all understand. Jennifer was family. He has no idea. Lauren goes to work each day, comes home, makes dinner, asks if I'm okay, touches my shoulder with hands that touched Marcus Webb in a Sedona hotel room while I texted her goodnight from our empty house. You're grieving, she says Wednesday evening, rubbing my back. It's normal. Jennifer meant a lot to you. I nod, say nothing, because if I open my mouth, I'll scream. Noah asks why I'm home so much. I tell him Daddy's sad. He brings me his stuffed brontosaurus, the one I bought him for his 3rd birthday. Dino makes me feel better, he says. Maybe he help you. I hold my son, Lauren's son, Marcus's son, the boy I've loved for 5 years, believing he was mine, and I feel something break that I didn't know could break. Not my heart, my faith, in everything. Friday morning, Lauren leaves for an open house. Noah's at kindergarten. I'm alone. I lock the bedroom door, open the laptop, go back to the photos. I've avoided looking too closely. The timestamps were enough. The evidence of their bodies in the same frame was enough. But Jennifer said file 12 has the proof. I need to see what she saw. Photo 1, pool scene. Lauren's laughing. Marcus's hand rests on her lower back. Possessive. Familiar. This isn't closure. This is comfort, history, intimacy. Photo 2, them walking through a garden. Red rock formations in the distance. Their hands are linked. The way she links her hand with mine when we walk Noah to school. Photo 3, Lauren on a balcony, alone, talking on the phone. I zoom in. She's smiling, twirling her hair, the same tell she has when she's flirting. I zoom further, the reflection in the glass door behind her. I can just make out Marcus inside the room, shirtless. My stomach turns. Photo 4, breakfast buffet. Lauren feeding Marcus something from her plate. Intimate, easy, 5 years of marriage, and she's never fed me like that. Photo 5, the sunset kiss, not a peck, not polite, passionate, his hands in her hair, her body pressed against his, the kind of kiss that says, I've done this before, I'll do it again. June 14th, 2019, 7:23 p.m., Photo 6, hotel hallway. Lauren and Marcus walking toward a door, room 412, his arm around her shoulders, her head leaned against him. The timestamp, 8:45 p.m. I know what happened next. I don't need a photo of that. Photo 7, the next morning, Lauren in a hotel robe on that same balcony, coffee cup in hand, hair messy. She looked satisfied, content, the way she looked the morning after our wedding. No, better than that. Photo 8, Marcus joining her on the balcony. He kisses her neck from behind. She tilts her head back, lets him. I close my eyes. Count to 10. Open them. Photo 9, the nightstand shot, taken through the window at an angle. The hotel keycard, the lamp, the clock radio showing 11:47 p.m., and Marcus's wedding ring. Gold band, simple. If I zoom in enough, I can read the engraving. M&A forever. Marcus and Angela, his wife, the woman he was married to while he was conceiving a child with mine. Photo 10 through 16, more of the same. Meals, walks, hand-holding, kissing, the documentation of an affair that wasn't closure. It was a relationship. 4 days of living an alternate life where David Matthews doesn't exist. Photo 17, Lauren in the turquoise sundress I remember. She wore it to my cousin's wedding that summer, said it was new, said she bought it on sale. She's standing in front of the hotel, Marcus's arm around her waist, both of them smiling at the camera. But it's not their smiles that matter, it's Lauren's hand, resting on her stomach, flat, taut, empty. The gesture unconscious, protective, hopeful, and the timestamp June 14th, 2019, 3:47 p.m. According to Jennifer's timeline, Lauren ovulated that morning, June 14th, Conception window, June 13th, 16. This photo was taken in the middle of that window, hours after they'd spent the night together. Noah was born March 8th, 2020, 38 weeks, 2 days, exactly 9 months from June 14th. The math doesn't lie. I zoom in on the reflection again. Jennifer in the window, holding up her phone, face pale. She knew, right then, she knew. And she took the photo anyway. Evidence, insurance, proof. There's a metadata file in the folder. I open it. Every photo has geotags. Enchantment Resort, Sedona, Arizona. Not Monterey, not anywhere near the girls' trip Lauren described. Timestamps, June 13th to 17, 2019. And at the bottom of the document, a note in Jennifer's handwriting, scanned and uploaded. These photos were taken with my phone, Samsung Galaxy S10, model number SMG973U. I have preserved the original files with full metadata intact. I swear, under penalty of perjury, that these images are authentic and unaltered. Witnessed and notarized, Dr. Sarah Chen, oncologist, County General Hospital. Date, 1 week ago. Dr. Chen's signature, official hospital seal. Jennifer built a legal case from her deathbed. I close the laptop, sit on the edge of the bed Lauren and I have shared for 5 years. The sheets still smell like her lavender shampoo. Everything in this room is a lie. My phone rings, unknown number. I answer without thinking. David Matthews? Speaking. This is Rebecca Wilson. I'm an attorney. Your colleague, Principal Dawson, referred me. He mentioned you might need legal consultation regarding a family matter. I didn't ask Dawson for a referral, but he's intuitive. He saw my face when I came back from the hospital. He knows something broke. What kind of attorney are you? I ask. Family law, divorce, custody, paternity disputes. She pauses. I handle complicated situations with discretion. Paternity disputes. Can you meet today? I hear myself say. I have an opening at 3. My office is downtown, corner of 5th and Main. I'll be there. I hang up, stare at the USB drive sitting on my nightstand, Jennifer's final gift. The lawyer's office smells like leather and old books. Rebecca Wilson is mid-40s, sharp suit, sharper eyes. She doesn't waste time on pleasantries. What do we have? She asks. I place the USB drive on her desk. Evidence of my wife's affair. Proof that my son isn't biologically mine. 48 audio recordings from a dying witness. 17 photographs with metadata, timelines, medical information, everything. Rebecca picks up the USB like it's made of glass. Who's the witness? My sister-in-law. She died last week. Leukemia. She was there when it happened. She documented everything. She knew for 5 years and said nothing. Yes. Rebecca's expression doesn't change. She's seen worse. And now she's dead, but she left you this. She had it notarized. Her oncologist witnessed her statement confirming she was of sound mind. Smart. Rebecca plugs the USB into her laptop. Dying declarations are admissible in court under specific conditions. If she knew death was imminent and had no motive to lie, this holds weight. She opens the first audio file. Jennifer's voice fills the office. Rebecca listens in silence. 3 files, then 5. She opens the photo folder, studies each image, checks metadata, takes notes. 30 minutes pass. She closes the laptop. Mr. Matthews, this is one of the most comprehensive evidence packages I've seen in 20 years of practice. Is it enough? To prove infidelity? Absolutely. To establish paternity fraud? Very likely, but we'll need DNA testing to confirm. To win in court? She leans back. Yes, but David, I need to ask you something, and I need you to think carefully before you answer. Okay? Are you sure you want to go nuclear? Because once we file, there's no coming back. Your wife will lose everything. The affair partner will be exposed. And Noah, 5 years old, innocent, will be caught in the middle of a legal war. This will destroy your family, all of it, publicly. I think about photo 17, Lauren's hand on her stomach. That smile. She destroyed it first, I say. I'm just making it official. Rebecca nods. Then let's begin. But first, I need you to do something. Have you confronted her yet? No. Good. Don't. Not until we have everything lined up. I want you to get a DNA test done, legally, with documentation. Take Noah to a lab, tell them it's for medical records, get the results. Once we have scientific proof that you're not the biological father, we file. Simultaneously, I'll track down the affair partner. What's his name? Marcus Webb. She writes it down. Do you know if he's aware Noah might be his? I don't know. We'll find out. And David? One more thing. This evidence mentions Marcus is married. His wife deserves to know. We're going to tell her. My heart rate picks up. You think she'll help? I think she'll be furious. And fury makes powerful allies. Rebecca slides a contract across the desk. This is a retainer agreement. My services, full representation, court filing, everything. If you sign this, we're going to war. I pick up the pen, sign my name. The ink is still wet when I say, when do we start? We already have. She pulls out her phone. I'm texting my paralegal. We need a full background check on Marcus Webb, address, employer, financial records, marriage certificate, and I need you to go home and act normal. Can you do that? I've been doing it for a week. Good. Keep doing it. The element of surprise is our biggest advantage. When we strike, I want it to be devastating. I leave the office with a business card and a plan, a strategy, a purpose beyond the grief and rage. Jennifer gave me the truth. Rebecca's giving me the weapon to use it. That night, Lauren makes pasta. Noah chatters about his day, something about a caterpillar they found on the playground. Lauren laughs at his story, ruffles his hair, looks at me across the table. You seem better today, she says, a little lighter. If you had to choose revenge or mercy, which would you pick? If someone betrayed you this deeply, erased 5 years of your life with a lie, would you destroy them or would you let it go? Drop revenge or mercy in the comments. I want to know where you stand. I smile, force it. Maybe I'm starting to accept it. Jennifer's gone. Life moves on. Lauren reaches across the table, squeezes my hand. I'm proud of you. Grief is hard, but you're handling it so well. Her hand in mine, the hand that held Marcus. That touched him, that planned this. Thanks, I say. I'm trying. After dinner, after Noah's in bed, after Lauren's asleep, I go to the garage again. Rebecca emailed me the lab information. There's a genetic testing center 3 towns over. Anonymous, discreet. Results in 72 hours. I'll take Noah Saturday. Tell Lauren we're going to the Science Museum. He'll never know. Not yet. The email also contains a preliminary report on Marcus Webb, age 39, CEO of Webb Technologies, a mid-sized software company, married to Angela Morrison Webb, corporate attorney, 2 children, Emma, age 8, and Connor, age 6. Home address, 447 Birchwood Lane, Riverside, 40 minutes from here. Rebecca's note at the bottom, Marcus's wife is a lawyer. This is good for us. She'll understand the evidence. She'll know what it means. I'm reaching out to her tomorrow. Tomorrow, 24 hours. Angela Morrison Webb will learn that her husband fathered a child with another woman 5 years ago. That he knew, that he said nothing. I should feel guilty. I don't. Saturday morning, I buckle Noah into his car seat. Field trip, buddy. Just you and me. Where are we going? Science Museum, dinosaurs. His face lights up. T-Rex? All the T-Rexes you want. Lauren kisses us both goodbye from the doorway. Have fun. Send me pictures. I wave, drive away, watch her in the rearview mirror until she's gone. The genetic testing lab is tucked into a medical plaza between a dentist and a chiropractor. The woman at the desk doesn't ask questions. Cheek swab for you, cheek swab for him. Results in 3 days. We'll email you. Noah thinks it's part of the museum trip. Science experiment, Daddy? Exactly, buddy. Science. The swab takes 10 seconds. Noah cooperates perfectly. The woman labels the samples. All set. You'll hear from us Monday. We do go to the museum after. Noah drags me through the dinosaur exhibit twice, points at every placard, roars at the T-Rex skeleton. He's so happy, so innocent. I buy him a stuffed triceratops in the gift shop. He names it Spike. On the drive home, he falls asleep hugging it. I look at him in the rearview mirror, his face. I've memorized every inch. The dimple in his left cheek, the cowlick at his hairline, the way his eyebrows scrunch when he's concentrating. Is any of that Marcus, or is it all Lauren? Does it matter? Yes. No, I don't know anymore. Sunday, Rebecca calls. I made contact with Angela Morrison Webb. And? She didn't believe me, said it was a scam, threatened to report me to the Bar Association. My stomach drops, so she won't help. I didn't say that. I sent her the evidence package, redacted, just enough to prove legitimacy. Audio file 23, 3 of the photos, Jennifer's notarized statement. Give her 24 hours. She's a lawyer. She'll verify it. And when she does, she'll call me back. You sound confident. David, I've done this a long time. Hell hath no fury like a lawyer whose spouse committed paternity fraud while on a business trip. Angela will come around, and when she does, she's going to bury him. Monday morning, I'm back at work, teaching fractions to second graders, pretending I'm fine. The principal checks in at lunch. Glad to see you back. You look better. I'm not better. I'm just focused. My phone buzzes during recess. Email from the lab. Results ready. I lock myself in my car, open the attachment. Genetic relationship analysis. Alleged father, David Matthews, and child, Noah Matthews. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. Conclusion, David Matthews is excluded as the biological father of Noah Matthews, 0. Not unlikely. Not doubtful. Excluded, 5 years. 2,556 days of bedtime stories and scraped knees and I love you, daddy, and birthday parties and first days of school and teaching him to ride a bike. None of it was real. All of it was built on Lauren's lie. I forward the results to Rebecca. Subject line, we have proof. Her reply comes in 3 minutes, filing tomorrow. Angela called. She's in. Angela called. Marcus's wife knows, and she's ready to fight. Tuesday afternoon, Rebecca emails again, papers filed. Lauren will be served tomorrow at work. I recommend you're not home when she gets there. Take Noah somewhere safe. This is going to get ugly. I call my mother. Tell her I need her to take Noah for a few days. Family emergency. She doesn't ask questions. Bring him over tomorrow after school. Wednesday morning, the day everything ends. Lauren leaves for work at 8. Normal routine. Coffee, kiss on my cheek. Love you? Have a good day. I watch her car disappear down the street. At 10:47 a.m., Rebecca texts, server just confirmed. She's been served. Expect fireworks. My phone rings at 11:03. Lauren, I don't answer. She calls again and again. 12 missed calls in 20 minutes. Then the texts start. David, what the fuck who is Rebecca Wilson? Why am I being served divorce papers at work? Call me right now. This is insane. We need to talk, David, please. I turn off my phone. At 2:30, I pick Noah up from school. We're going to Grandma's for a sleepover. Why? Because Grandma misses you. He buys it. Kids are easy to lie to. I wish adults were. I drop him off. My mother sees my face. David, what's happening? I'll explain later. Just keep him here. Don't let Lauren take him, no matter what she says. David, please, Mom, trust me. She does. I drive home. Lauren's car is already in the driveway. I can hear her inside, yelling, on the phone, pacing. I walk in. She's in the kitchen, papers scattered across the table. Divorce petition, evidence exhibits, Jennifer's statement. She looks up. Her face is a mess. Mascara streaks, red eyes, rage. You son of a bitch. I close the door. Hello, Lauren. Jennifer, your dead sister-in-law is accusing me of... She can't even say it. This is insane. This is slander. I'm going to sue her estate. She's dead, I interrupt. Hard to sue a dead woman. Lauren's mouth opens, closes. You believe this. You believe I pull out my laptop, set it on the table, open the photo folder. Photo 1, I say calmly. You and Marcus at the Enchantment Resort pool. June 13th, 2019. Not Monterey, Sedona. Her face drains. Photo 5, sunset kiss, June 14th. Photo 9, his wedding ring on the nightstand, room 412. I look up. Should I keep going? David, photo 17, your hand on your stomach. June 14th, 3:47 p.m. The day you conceived Noah. With Marcus, not me. Silence. The kitchen clock ticks. I can explain, she whispers. Try. It wasn't supposed to happen. We were just what? Just cheating on me with your ex while I texted you goodnight? Just lying about a girls' trip? Just bringing Jennifer along to cover for you? It was one mistake. 4 days. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. I turn the laptop around. Audio file 23. Want to hear it? It's you on the phone with Marcus, talking about how I'd never suspect because I trust you completely. Lauren's hand flies to her mouth. Here's my favorite part, I say. If I get pregnant or something, David won't question it. He wants kids so badly. That's you, Lauren, your voice, your words. I was confused. I was pregnant. You were pregnant with his child, and you came home and told me it was mine. She breaks, collapses into a chair, sobs. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know for sure. I thought maybe you knew. I slide the DNA results across the table. 0%. Genetically impossible. Noah is Marcus's son. You knew there was a chance. You didn't care. Lauren reads the document. Her hands shake. David, please, we can fix this. We can... Fix what? 5 years of lies? You let me fall in love with a child that isn't mine. You let me believe I was his father. You watched me change diapers and wake up for night feedings and cry at his first steps, all while knowing he might not be mine. I loved you, she cries. I do love you. Marcus was a mistake. Ancient history. I chose you. No, I lean forward. You chose safe. You chose stability. Marcus was the love of your life. I was the backup plan. Her face crumples, because it's true, and she knows I know. Where's Noah? She asks suddenly. Somewhere you can't manipulate him. David, he's my son. He's Marcus's son. And Marcus's wife? Angela? She knows now. My attorney told her, sent her the evidence. She's filing for divorce too. And suing you, and suing Marcus. So congratulations, Lauren. You destroyed 2 families with one affair. Lauren stands, paces, pulls at her hair. This is insane. You can't... Jennifer was dying. She was on drugs. She had her doctor witness her statement. She was mentally competent. It's admissible. I close the laptop. You're done, Lauren. The affair partner was the love of your life. That was your phrase. You said it. I have it on recording. Marcus was the one you wanted. I was just safe. She looks at me then, really looks at me, and I see it, the truth behind the tears. She's not sorry she cheated. She's sorry she got caught. Get out, I say quietly. This is my house. Get out. She grabs her purse, the divorce papers, storms toward the door, stops, turns. You'll regret this, she says. Noah loves you. You're his father, DNA or not. You're going to lose him. No, I say. I already lost him 5 years ago, when you lied. She slams the door. I stand in the kitchen, alone. In the house we bought together, the life we built together, all of it. Smoke. My phone rings. Rebecca. She's been served? Oh, she's been served. Good, because Angela just filed her own suit against Lauren, against Marcus, intentional infliction of emotional distress, alienation of affection. She's going nuclear. What does that mean? It means Lauren's about to get sued by a very angry, very competent attorney who has the same evidence we do. It means Marcus is about to lose his marriage, his reputation, and probably his job. It means we're not fighting alone anymore. I sink into a chair. Rebecca, what happens to Noah? She's quiet for a moment. That's up to you, David. Legally, you're not his father. You have no obligation. But if you want to stay in his life, fight for visitation, for a relationship, we can try. It'll be complicated, but it's possible. And Marcus, he'll be ordered to pay child support. Retroactive, probably. The court doesn't look kindly on men who abandon their biological children. She pauses. David, this is going to get worse before it gets better. The community's going to talk. People are going to choose sides. Are you ready? I think about Jennifer, dying in that hospital bed, handing me the envelope, choosing truth over comfort. I'm ready, I say. Then let's finish this. I hang up, walk to the garage, pull out the envelope, Jennifer's letter. I read the last page again. Some secrets die with us, but this one deserves to live because you deserve to live free. I do now, Jennifer. I finally do. The courthouse smells like floor wax and old paper. Room 304, Family Court, Judge Patricia Morrison presiding. I sit at the plaintiff's table, Rebecca beside me, files stacked like ammunition. Across the aisle, Lauren and her attorney, a nervous-looking man named Dennis Carter who keeps adjusting his tie. Behind us, the gallery is full. Small towns don't get scandals like this often. I recognize faces. Parents from Noah's school, teachers, neighbors, Lauren's mother in the back row, tissue pressed to her mouth, and in the third row, perfectly composed, Angela Morrison Webb, Marcus's soon-to-be ex-wife. She catches my eye, nods once. We're allies now, soldiers in the same war. Judge Morrison enters. We rise. Be seated. She arranges papers on her bench. 60-something, gray hair pulled tight, reading glasses perched on her nose. We're here for the preliminary hearing in Matthews v. Matthews. Petitioner alleges adultery, paternity fraud, and is seeking dissolution of marriage with prejudice. She looks up. Mrs. Matthews, you filed a counter motion claiming the evidence is inadmissible hearsay from a deceased witness. Is that correct? Lauren's attorney stands. Yes, Your Honor. The bulk of Mr. Matthews's case relies on recordings and documents from Jennifer Hayes, who passed away 2 weeks ago. She's not here to be cross-examined. We argue this violates... I've read your brief, Mr. Carter. Judge Morrison waves him down. Ms. Wilson, response? Rebecca stands, smooth, confident. Your Honor, the dying declaration exception applies here. Ms. Hayes knew death was imminent. She had no motive to fabricate. Her oncologist, Dr. Sarah Chen, witnessed her statement and confirmed she was mentally competent. We have notarized documents. The recordings were made over 47 days, showing consistent testimony. This isn't hearsay. This is a dying woman's final act of conscience. The judge considers this. I'll allow it. Conditionally, I want to hear the recordings myself, in chambers. My heart pounds. Your Honor, Lauren's attorney tries. In chambers, Mr. Carter. Now. We adjourn to the judge's private office. Leather chairs, law books, a window overlooking the parking lot where Lauren's car sits next to mine. Rebecca plugs the USB into the judge's computer. File 1, Your Honor. Jennifer's voice fills the room. David, if you're listening to this, it means I'm gone. Judge Morrison leans back, listens. Her expression doesn't change. Professional. But I see her fingers tighten on her pen. File 3, File 7, File 12. By File 23, the recording of Lauren's phone call, the judge's jaw is set. Don't worry, he'll never suspect. David trusts me completely. Lauren's voice through Jennifer's recording. Clear. Unmistakable. Judge Morrison stops the playback. That's Mrs. Matthews? Yes, Your Honor, Rebecca says. recorded by Jennifer Hayes on June 16, 2019, 3 days into the affair. And the affair partner, Marcus Webb, CEO of Webb Technologies, married, present in the courtroom, or he will be. We've subpoenaed him. The judge pulls off her glasses, rubs her eyes. Ms. Wilson, I've been on the bench for 23 years. I've seen a lot of ugly things. This, she gestures at the computer, this is evidence of calculated deception. I'm ruling the dying declaration admissible, all of it. The recordings, the photographs, the timeline. Mrs. Matthews' attorney can object, but my decision stands. Lauren's attorney deflates. Furthermore, Judge Morrison continues, I'm ordering DNA evidence entered into record, and I want Mr. Webb on that stand, today. We return to the courtroom. Lauren's face is pale. She knows. The court finds, Judge Morrison announces, that the evidence presented, specifically the decedent's testimony recorded prior to her death, is admissible under the dying declaration exception to hearsay rules. Lauren's attorney objects, overruled. He tries again, overruled again. Mr. Matthews, the judge says, approach the stand. I do, swear the oath, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Rebecca guides me through it. When did I discover the affair? When did I learn about Noah's paternity? How did Jennifer's evidence come into my possession? I answer each question, factual, calm. The courtroom is silent. Then Rebecca asks, Mr. Matthews, when your wife returned from the trip and told you she was pregnant, did you have any reason to doubt her? No. Did she give you any indication the child might not be yours? No. She said we were starting a family. I believed her. For 5 years you raised Noah as your son, changed diapers, attended school events, loved him as your own child? Yes. And when did you learn the truth? 2 weeks ago, when Jennifer gave me the evidence on her deathbed. Rebecca nods, turns to the judge. Your Honor, I'd like to enter Exhibit C, the DNA analysis conducted by Gene Labs on March 15th, establishing that David Matthews is excluded as Noah Matthews' biological father. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. The document is projected on a screen, numbers, charts, scientific proof. Lauren's attorney cross-examines, tries to discredit the timeline, suggests the DNA test was flawed. Rebecca dismantles every argument with Jennifer's meticulous documentation. Then Judge Morrison asks the question that changes everything. Mrs. Matthews, did you commit paternity fraud against your husband? Lauren stands, shaking. Her attorney whispers frantically in her ear, Mrs. Matthews, answer the question. Silence. The courtroom holds its breath. Lauren's voice cracks. I didn't know for sure. I thought... Yes or no? Did you deceive your husband regarding the paternity of Noah Matthews? Lauren closes her eyes. Yes. The gallery erupts. Judge Morrison's gavel slams down. Order! But the damage is done. Lauren admitted it, under oath, in open court. Rebecca leans over, whispers, we just won. The judge calls a 30-minute recess. I step into the hallway. Angela approaches. Mr. Matthews, she extends her hand. Angela Morrison Webb, though I'll be dropping that last name soon. We shake. Her grip is firm, professional, but her eyes are red-rimmed. I'm sorry, I say, for dragging you into this. You didn't drag me anywhere. My husband did. She glances back at the courtroom doors. He's arriving any minute. Subpoena was served this morning at his office, in front of the board of directors. How did they react? They asked for his resignation, effective immediately. She smiles. It doesn't reach her eyes. Turns out corporate boards don't like CEOs who commit paternity fraud while on business trips. I'm sorry about your kids, Emma and Connor. Angela's expression softens. They're with my mother. They don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out how to explain that their father... She stops, composes herself. That's not your burden. You have enough to carry. The courtroom doors open. Marcus Webb walks through. He looks like his LinkedIn photo. Tall, fit, expensive suit, confident walk, until he sees me, then Angela, then the crowd staring. His confidence evaporates. Mr. Webb, Rebecca appears. You're up next. Marcus's attorney, another expensive suit, tries to negotiate. Rebecca shuts him down. Your client was subpoenaed. He testifies or he's in contempt. His choice. Marcus takes the stand, swears the oath. His hand shakes. Rebecca doesn't waste time. Mr. Webb, do you know Lauren Matthews? Yes, we dated in college. Did you have contact with her in June 2019? I'd have to check my... Let me help you remember. Rebecca projects photo 5. The sunset kiss. Is this you and Mrs. Matthews in Sedona, Arizona on June 14th, 2019? Marcus's attorney objects. Relevance overruled. Mr. Webb, answer the question. Yes, that's me. Were you and Mrs. Matthews engaged in a sexual relationship during that trip? Silence. Mr. Webb, I'll remind you that you're under oath. Perjury is a felony. Yes, we were. The courtroom reacts. Judge Morrison's gavel restores order. Were you aware that Mrs. Matthews was married at the time? Yes. Were you married at the time? Marcus glances at Angela. She stares back, ice cold. Yes. Were you aware that Mrs. Matthews returned home and told her husband, my client, that the resulting pregnancy was his? I didn't know she was pregnant. Rebecca pulls out her phone, plays audio file 31. Jennifer's voice. July 2019. I overheard Lauren on the phone with Marcus. She told him she was pregnant. She asked if he wanted to be involved. He said no. He said he had his own family to protect. She cried. Then she hung up and called David to tell him the good news. Marcus's face drains of color. I don't remember. Mr. Webb, did Lauren Matthews inform you in July 2019 that she was pregnant, possibly with your child? His attorney is whispering urgently. Marcus ignores him. Yes. And what did you tell her? I told her I couldn't. I had a wife. Kids. I couldn't leave them. So you knew there was a biological child, Noah Matthews, and you chose to abandon him. I didn't know for sure he was mine. But you knew it was possible? Yes. And you did nothing? Marcus's voice drops. I did nothing. Rebecca lets that hang. Then, Your Honor, I'd like to enter Exhibit F. The DNA test results confirming Marcus Webb as the biological father of Noah Matthews. Probability of paternity, 99.97%. The screen updates. Different numbers, same conclusion. Marcus Webb is Noah's father. Genetically, scientifically, legally. Judge Morrison leans forward. Mr. Webb, you abandoned your biological son to protect your reputation. Yes or no? Yes. The judge's expression hardens. We'll address child support and retroactive payments shortly. Ms. Wilson, do you have further questions? Just one, Your Honor. Rebecca turns to Marcus. Mr. Webb, you're currently the CEO of Webb Technologies, correct? I was. I resigned this morning. Murmurs in the gallery. Why? The board requested it due to this situation. So you've lost your position because of the affair and subsequent paternity fraud? Yes. Thank you. No further questions. Marcus steps down, walks past Angela without looking. She doesn't acknowledge him, doesn't have to. He's already a ghost. Judge Morrison calls both attorneys to the bench. They confer in hushed tones. 5 minutes, 10? Finally, the judge speaks. I've heard enough. This court finds clear and convincing evidence of adultery and paternity fraud. The marriage between David Matthews and Lauren Matthews is dissolved effective immediately. All marital assets will be divided with prejudice toward the petitioner due to Mrs. Matthews's fraudulent conduct. Lauren's attorney objects overruled. Furthermore, Marcus Webb is hereby recognized as the biological father of Noah Matthews. Mr. Webb, you will be responsible for retroactive child support dating back 5 years, plus ongoing payments. The exact amounts will be determined in a separate hearing. Expect a bill, Marcus's attorney argues, overruled. Mrs. Matthews, I'm also referring this case to the State Real Estate Board. Fraud is fraud, whether it's personal or professional. They'll decide if your license remains valid. Lauren stands. Your Honor, that's my career. You should have considered that before committing fraud against your husband. The gavel comes down. This hearing is concluded. Court is adjourned. The gallery explodes. Conversations, shock, judgment. I stand on shaking legs. Rebecca grabs my arm. You did it! We did it! Angela approaches. Mr. Matthews, I'm filing my own suit against your ex-wife. Alienation of affection. In our state, that's still actionable. She destroyed my marriage. I intend to make her pay. How much? Everything she has left after you're done with her. I should feel good, victorious. Instead, I feel hollow. Lauren pushes through the crowd, stops in front of me. Mascara ruined, dignified armor cracked. I hope you're happy, she spits. You just destroyed my life. No, I say quietly. You destroyed it. I'm just making sure everyone knows. She leaves. The crowd parts. Whispers follow her. Marcus tries to leave through a side door. A reporter stops him. Mr. Webb, comment on the paternity case? He pushes past. The reporter follows. By the time I reach the parking lot, there's a news van, 2 reporters, cameras. Mr. Matthews, how do you feel about the verdict? Rebecca steps in front of me. No comment. My client has nothing to say at this time. We get to my car. I sit behind the wheel. Don't start the engine. What happens now? I ask. Now? The consequences. Rebecca pulls out her tablet, shows me a news article already posted online. Local realtor admits paternity fraud in court. Another CEO resigns amid affair scandal. It's already out there, she says. By tomorrow, everyone will know. Lauren's clients will drop her. Marcus's business contacts will distance themselves. This is small town justice, David. Brutal, permanent. And Noah? That's up to you. Legally, you have no obligation. But if you want visitation rights, if you want to stay in his life, we can petition the court. It's complicated, but possible. I think about Noah, Spike the Triceratops, the alphabet song. Daddy, Dino makes me feel better. I want to try, I say, then we'll try. 3 days later, the consequences arrive in waves. The State Real Estate Board opens an investigation into Lauren. 2 days after that, they suspend her license pending review. Fraud in personal life indicates character issues, the letter states. Agents must maintain ethical standards. Lauren's clients drop her, all of them. Within 48 hours, her entire business evaporates. Marcus's company issues a statement. Webb Technologies has accepted the resignation of Marcus Webb. We're committed to ethical leadership. The stock drops 12% in 1 day. Shareholders sue him personally. Angela's divorce proceedings are brutal. She wins 70% of marital assets. Marcus is ordered to pay her legal fees, plus David's legal fees, plus retroactive child support. The check arrives 2 weeks later, $127,000. 5 years of supporting a child that wasn't mine, paid back in full. I stare at the numbers, deposit it. The money doesn't fix anything, but it's acknowledgement, proof. The community chooses sides. Some people, mostly Lauren's friends, say I'm cruel, that I destroyed her over one mistake, that Jennifer was vindictive. Others understand. Parents from Noah's school, teachers, people who value truth. Lauren's mother stops speaking to me. Lauren moves into a trailer park on the edge of town, works retail at a department store. I see her once from a distance. She looks smaller, defeated. Marcus takes a job 3 states away, some middle management position. His kids stay with Angela. He gets them one weekend a month. Small town justice is slow, permanent, unforgiving, but there's still Noah. I pick him up from my mother's house. 6 weeks since the trial. He runs to me. "Daddy, Grandma let me stay up late." "Did she?" I ruffle his hair. He's heavier, growing, changing. "Where's Mommy?" The question I've been dreading. "Mommy's staying somewhere else for a while, buddy. Grown-up stuff." Is she mad at me? My heart breaks. No, Noah. None of this is your fault. You're perfect. He hugs my leg. Okay. That night, I tuck him into bed, read him a dinosaur book, answer his questions about T-Rex teeth. He falls asleep holding Spike. I sit on the edge of his bed, watch him breathe. This boy I've loved for 5 years. This boy who isn't mine. Except he is, not genetically, not legally, but in every way that matters. My therapist, Rebecca recommended one, asked me the hard question. "David, why do you want to stay in Noah's life? You have no legal obligation. You could walk away." Because he's 5 years old. He didn't choose any of this, and someone needs to choose him. Even though Lauren lied? Even though Marcus is his biological father? Especially because of that. Marcus abandoned him. Lauren used him as a pawn. Noah deserves someone who shows up, who stays. The therapist nods. You're choosing to be his father, not because biology says so, because love does. I file for visitation rights. It's a legal mess. Marcus objects, claims I have no standing. Lauren objects, says I'm interfering. The judge who hears the case is different, younger. Judge Anderson. He reads through the file, Jennifer's evidence, the trial transcripts, my petition. "Mr. Matthews," he says, "this is unusual. You're not the biological father. You have no legal claim. Why should I grant visitation?" Because for 5 years, I was his father. I showed up. I loved him. And when I found out he wasn't mine biologically, I didn't stop. Because that's not what fathers do. Fathers don't abandon their kids when things get complicated. Mr. Webb is the biological father. He's paying child support. Mr. Webb abandoned Noah the moment he knew he existed. He chose his reputation over his son. I'm choosing Noah. Judge Anderson considers this. "Mrs. Matthews, you oppose this petition. Why?" Lauren's new attorney, court-appointed, overworked, argues about parental rights. Confusion for the child, blurred lines. The judge listens, then turns to Noah's caseworker. "Has the child been evaluated?" "Yes, Your Honor. Noah Matthews is well-adjusted. He refers to David Matthews as Daddy. He's asked repeatedly when he can see him. Separating them abruptly would cause significant emotional harm." The judge makes his decision. I'm granting supervised visitation every other weekend, pending review in 6 months. And Mr. Matthews, you're not Noah's father legally, but you've acted as his father. The child's welfare comes first. He needs stability. You've provided that. I win. Partially. It's not perfect, but it's something. 2 months later, Saturday afternoon, Noah and I are at the park. He's on the swings. "Higher, Daddy." I push. Watch him soar, laugh. A woman approaches, hesitant. I recognize her, Sarah, one of Lauren's old friends. "David, I just wanted to say, I'm sorry for what Lauren did. We didn't know." "It's okay." "No, it's not, but you're a good man for staying in Noah's life. Most people wouldn't." She leaves. Noah jumps off the swing, runs to the slide. I think about Jennifer, about the envelope, the evidence, the truth she carried for 1,825 days. That evening, I drive to Oak Hill Cemetery. Jennifer's grave is in the northeast corner. The headstone is simple, Jennifer Marie Hayes, 1993-2025. She chose truth when it mattered most. I kneel. Place flowers, white roses, her favorite. "Hey, Jennifer." My voice cracks. "We won. Lauren lost her license. Marcus lost everything. The truth came out just like you wanted." The wind rustles through the trees. A bird calls. Noah's doing okay. He misses me. I miss him. We're figuring it out. I touch the cold stone. I'm staying in his life, not because I have to, because I want to, because you taught me something. Love isn't about biology. It's about showing up. I pull out the letter, read the last paragraph aloud. Some secrets die with us, but this one deserves to live, because you deserve to live free. I'm free now, I whisper. Thank you. I stand to leave. A car pulls up. Noah tumbles out, my mother behind him. Daddy! Grandma said we could bring flowers for Aunt Jennifer. He runs over, clutches a handful of dandelions, bright yellow, weeds, technically, but to him, they're treasure. Who is Aunt Jennifer? He asks, staring at the headstone. I crouch down, meet his eyes. She was someone very brave, someone who loved the truth more than comfort. What's that mean? It means she did the right thing, even when it was hard. Noah places his dandelions on the grave, carefully, reverently. Like you, Daddy, you do the right thing. My throat tightens. I try, buddy. That's what Grandma says. She says, you're the best daddy ever. I pull him into a hug. This boy who isn't mine. This boy who is everything. We stand there, the three of us, me, Noah, my mother, in the fading afternoon light, Jennifer's grave before us. The truth she died to give us, finally set free. Noah tugs my hand. Can we get ice cream? I laugh, wipe my eyes. Yeah, we can get ice cream. As we walk back to the car, Noah chatters about sprinkles and waffle cones. Normal things, good things. I glance back once at Jennifer's grave, at the flowers, roses, and dandelions together. Thank you, I whisper again. The truth didn't die with her. It lived, it fought, it won. And in the end, that's what heroes do.